I have been several times already as a jury member, but these competitions were in national level, not international. If we are speaking what defines a good or excellent jury member, I think when I'm at the jury, I every time think how to give for this startup at least one small thing to think of after the pitch. So of course, as a jury member, you have to ask several questions to really understand the idea the startup is pitching, but also to give, in the ideal case, to give to the startup a hint to think of afterwards. It doesn't matter if the pitch was good or not so good or bad, but to give the startup at least one thing to think of afterwards and to be better probably next time. When we speak about the skills or experience for a good jury member, I think the most important thing is to be interested in the startups, in their ideas, not to think very not to think in a box like, oh, this is not this, like if when the first seconds have went past and you already like put the idea in the bin because like there's no business, like to think more widely, more openly to all the startups, to all their ideas. Nevertheless, whether there's the idea is very good, innovative and super with the super potential. Yes, not to think in a box, but to come with an open mind and to listen to all the ideas and then to evaluate these pitches. I think if the competition is being organized quite smoothly and I have all the necessary information regarding the startups, regarding the venue, then everything is good, because what I have to do, I have to have the appropriate circumstances to listen to the pitches, so I don't expect something extra from the organizers, just to have the right circumstances for me to listen to the pitches. So yeah, just the competition must be organized technically good, and then everyone can do their job. It's always an interesting topic whether a jury member has to have all the information regarding the startups long beforehand, or arrive at the competition and see the startup and listen to the idea for the first time. I don't know which is the right answer, because it depends. Sometimes when you get I have been in both situations. When I have received the information long beforehand, then I can Google the startup and see what the competitors are and have more information, which could be very beneficial. If a startup is saying like, I have no competitors at all, then you have already Googled it and know that there are many. The startup has simply not done his job good. Or sometimes it's more it's better not to have the information, because sometimes also Google is not just a search engine, right? And there's much information that's not true. So you can Google and get your perspective that's probably not very correct. So sometimes it's better not to have the information regarding the startups long beforehand. I think if the competition regards ideas that are very common and very widespread, then you have to have the information beforehand, because then you can really look at the innovation part of this idea and to search whether there are some ideas or not. But if we are speaking regarding some competitions when there is this social aspect or environmental aspect, or some technically very complex ideas, then probably which also solves some crucial issue regarding our planet, then maybe it's good to come as a jury member as a blank page, like, and to see and to listen to their ideas for the first time, because it's the success of the startup is not defined by the idea, but by the people that have this idea and will develop this idea. So sometimes if you look at the idea beforehand and you see that there are millions of such an ideas around the world, and none of them has been successful beforehand. But maybe this team of a startup could be such team that could make this idea great. So if you see that the team in the pitching is very good, you believe in the team, then somehow you do not have to look at the aspects of competitors. Maybe some jury members do know which approach is better, but I think both are good, and sometimes one approach could be more beneficial. Sometimes it's better not to know anything about startups before the competition. From my experience, I have always received the criteria that has been developed by the organizers. I don't think that the jury members should develop the criteria, but probably they should discuss on them beforehand and maybe suggest to maybe cut out some criteria or add some additional criteria. Maybe such thing could be very good and beneficial for the competition.